ask you about Dylan, because I think I spoke to you the other night about Dylan. Very happy player, as you can imagine.
Yep.
I would imagine there's a real happy mood in the camp ahead of the game after midweek. It's about trying to keep that going, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, winning football matches is what we're here to do. It breeds confidence. Everybody's a bit more relaxed. So, listen, we've not enjoyed it for very long because we've got a very difficult game tomorrow night. But we're hoping to build on the performance, and if we do that, listen, we're facing a tough task. Aberdeen, especially at home, are a very formidable outfit, score lots of goals. So, tough game, but one we're looking forward to for sure.
Obviously, you've got very positive, fresh memories of playing against Aberdeen. Obviously, was it 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, you had that fantastic result at Tannadice. Yeah. Is it advantageous, just in terms of the mindset, to have those positive memories freshly in your head to take up to Pittodrie?
For me, it's a different game. It's a totally different game. We're obviously away from home. Listen, I can only talk about my team. We are looking to build on the performance from the other night, and to go there and put on another good performance, which, if we do, will give us a better chance of taking the 3 points. What
kind of challenge are you expecting at Pittodrie? Because, as you mentioned, I mean, Aberdeen's away for very Jekyll and Hyde. Their away form's not been great, but the home form has been very good, and they've been scoring a lot of goals. Yeah, listen, they're a front foot team. They've got good energy, good speed in their team. I was actually at the game the other night, and I actually thought they were fortunate and very unfortunate not to take someone from the game. So, listen, repeating myself, but tough task, but one we're looking forward to. You said the guys have been quite relaxed after the result. I mean, have you noticed, does a result like that, can it relax the players? Does it take a little bit of pressure off? I think football players they're in the sport to win games, and when you do that, there's a feeling of comfort and a feeling of they get the winning feeling back, is what I'm trying to say. They get the winning feeling back. So we're just looking to build on that and keep pushing. We need to keep improving all the time. We know where we are. We know where we want to get to, and that's the process that we're going through just now. Team news?
Everybody's fit and available apart from Charlie, so same squad.
And we asked you about Dylan the other night, but I just wondered, that sort of feel-good factor around the players heading off to the World Cup. How big an impact does that have, on the club?
Well, it's brilliant for the club to have players representing their country at the World Cup. In fairness to both guys, they're both fully focused on tomorrow's game, first and foremost. And from my point of view, we put on a performance and we take the results and we can send them off so we can all watch them at the World Cup, sitting on our couches at home.
And what's it been like in the dressing room? Dylan did say there's been a bit of banter between the boys about the fact that he's getting to go to the World Cup. What's it been like around the dressing room?
To be honest, we get stay out of that changing room now, so that's their domain. They can do what they want in there, but I'm sure there'll be a bit to and from with the two of them for sure.
And you spoke about Aberdeen's form, at home. Are you quite wary of that heading up to Pittodrie?
Yeah, we're aware of it. But listen, Aberdeen, we'll prepare for them as we always, every opponent as we always do. We give them respect, but we also look to try and exploit some things that we see in their game. So, listen, good side, especially at home, and it'll be a tough game.
How important is it that you build on the other night? You said you hoped that this was the start of being able to build that consistency. How important is that at this point in the season when things are so tight down there at the bottom? Yeah, well, it's very, very tight. I think the thing that probably shifts it a wee bit is that we have this one game tomorrow and then we've got a prolonged break. So we're only focusing on tomorrow night and hoping to take maximum points from the game. And if we do that, that sends everybody away happy for a couple of days off before we get back to work, because we've got it's a different situation with the World Cup being mid-season. So positive for me is that we get a fair bit of time in the training pitch during that period. And you wouldn't want to go into the World Cup at the bottom of the table. I mean, how are you going to use that time during the World Cup? Well,
we get a bit of extra time in the training pitch, and we'll get just over probably 3.5 weeks to really hit home and hammer home messages that I'm looking for how the team's going to be towards the second half of the season. And because as soon as we come back, we're straight into games in a very, very busy festive period, so we'll be using that time wisely for sure.
Has it come at a bit of an unfortunate time, because there is that kind of feel-good factor after the result and the performance the other night?
Well, it is what it is, so listen, hopefully by tomorrow night at whatever time we finish that we'll have taken 6 points from 2 games, and then we'll deal with the break after that.
Just looking at some of the statistics for the victories that have happened so far this season, the 3 victories have all taken place in the evenings. So it's evenings again. Is that something that you think is obviously helping you, or have we got a team of vampires or something here at Tannadice that don't like the daylight?
I was just saying to Joe there, I might see if the SFA can, or the SFL can schedule our games for 6 o'clock at night. But no, listen, I just think it's just one of these things, to be honest with you.
And obviously going up to Pittodrie, they are very much have a changed team in the play at Pittodrie rather than away from home. Do you conduct your game differently this weekend because of that?
No, we will prepare as we always do for every opponent. We've obviously had a very quick turnaround from the game the other night, so but listen, the players will be ready to go tomorrow at kick-off time for sure.
Looking at the World Cup, with 2 representatives of the team coming to go to the World Cup from Tannadice, they obviously get, for appearing in the World Cup, the club get a fee to come forward. Is that something that you're calculating out to where you might be able to spend that in January, the money that comes from them?
Absolutely not, no.
So have you got your plan set out for January, what you're going to be doing?
We will concentrate on January after we get through tomorrow's game, and we'll see where we're after the World Cup.